Good evening. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Health Ministry announces update to COVID-19 daily report starting Sunday. Bahrain Journalist Association praised royal support to press and media freedom. Neon Defender 22 joint drill kicked off today. Saudi announced passport requirements for travelers. Discover Europe Travel Summit kicked off in Dubai. News in detail. Health Ministry announces update to COVID-19 daily report starting Sunday. Ministry of Health has announced that starting from today, May 8th, the daily COVID-19 report will be updated to include statistics for the number of active hospitalized cases and critical cases. Bahrain Journalists Association praised royal support to press and media freedom. Bahrain Journalist Association praised freedom of press and media in the Kingdom of Bahrain under the comprehensive development march led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. It congratulated the press and media community on Bahrain Press Day, which is observed on May 7th. It also expressed sincere thanks and gratitude to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa for his unflinching support to the press and media freedom. Bahrain Journalist Association praised royal support to press and media freedom, pointed out that the role of the national media as an integrated and complementary part to the work of Bahrain team, led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. It stressed that allocating a day to celebrate the national press is a tribute to all workers in this field who assume the responsibility of enlightening the public, serving the community and preserving national security and stability. Neon Defender 22 joint drill kicked off today. Bahrain Defence Force carried out today Neon Defender 22 joint drill. The exercise will see the participation of weaponry from BDF, the Interior Ministry represented by the Coast Guard, and the US Naval Forces Central Command. The military drill is part of plans and programs aimed at boosting training, exchanging experiences, and enhancing the competence of all participants in braving dangers and maritime threats, defending facilities and sea navigation, and protecting water passages in the operations zone. The exercise comprises field applications, naval operations, and tactical maneuvers, the latest combat technologies. It is part of joint defense cooperation and coordination with friendly countries to protect security and stability of territorial waters, secure sea passages, and protect maritime navigation in the region. Pearling Path, first multi-story car park in Bahrain, opened today. Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities will today inaugurate the first multi-story car park in Pearling Path in Muharraq. The Pearling Path became the second iconic vestige to enter the UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites after Bahrain Fort. The multi-story parking is designed to serve as public spaces with its aesthetic open spaces that add new and attractive features to the old city. Each floor of the new parking lot has a different shape and design as cars pass at different heights and slopes, giving each floor a special character that is easy to identify. The Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority participate in ATM exhibition. The Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority will participate in the Arabian Travel Market 2022 exhibition, which is the market-leading international travel and tourism event, unlocking business potential within the Middle East for inbound and outbound tourism professionals. ATM 2022 will be a hybrid event which will be held in person on 9th to 12th May and then will take place online a week after from 17th to 18th May. The focus will be on the future of international travel and tourism. The Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority is participating in this international exhibition with a special pavilion that includes the national carrier Gulf Air, as well as 19 of Bahrain's leading tourism facilities such as hotels, resorts, and tour operators, aiming to establish a distinguished presence among 111 countries participating in the event. The pavilion is expected to draw a big crowd of over 20,000 visitors, in addition to examine the potential for cooperation and partnership between Bahraini participants and almost 1,500 exhibitors. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. Transportation and Telecommunications Ministry and National Bank of Bahrain signed partnership agreement. Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications Kamal bin Ahmed Mohammed and National Bank of Bahrain Chief Executive Officer Ron Christopher Durant have signed a partnership agreement. Under the agreement, NBB will be a silver sponsor of the Bahrain International Air Show on November 9th to 11th at the Sakir Air Base, organized by the Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications and the Royal Bahraini Air Force. BIAS celebrates its 10th anniversary this year. NBB said that as a proud national enabler and as a prominent member of Team Bahrain, it continuously supports government events and initiatives, positioning the kingdom as a global aviation hub. Bahrain Meteorological Directorate forecasts unsettled weather. Bahrain witnessed unsettled weather and isolated showers yesterday, and a dust haze with rising sand is predicted in the coming days. According to the Transportation and Telecommunication Ministry's Meteorological Directorate, the showers and strong gusts of wind occurred throughout the night yesterday and will be continued. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination. Saudi announced passport requirements for travelers. The General Directorate of Passports in a recent statement has said that there are 6 passport requirements that a traveler must check before traveling. It has called on travelers to review a number of matters related to their passports and the requirements of their target destination before traveling. It is necessary that the traveler's passport data be readable and his passport pictures must be clear. It is important to issue the necessary travel permits. The traveler must ensure the validity period of his passport, which is 3 months as a minimum when traveling to Arab and GCC countries and 6 months when traveling to foreign countries. Verifying the requirements of the country to which the traveler will be traveling in terms of applying for an entry visa. Verifying the health requirements of the country that the traveler will be traveling to. The passport of the traveler must be free of any damage. Saudi arrested 10,842 illegals in a week. Saudi authorities arrested 10,842 people in 1 week for breaching residency, work and border security regulations. From April 28th to May 4th, a total of 6,916 people were arrested for violations of residency rules, while 2,918 were held over illegal border crossing attempts and a further 1,008 for labor-related issues. Qatar announced job vacancies for Omanis. The Labour Ministry has announced a number of job vacancies in the state of Qatar for Omanis. The Ministry of Labour, in coordination with the Ministry of Interior in the sisterly state of Qatar, announces the opening of recruitment for a number of specialized jobs starting from Monday, May 9th, 2022 until Saturday, May 21st, 2022. Kuwait opens family visit visas within this week. The Residence Affairs Department stated that family visit visas for expats will open within this week after a period of more than 2 years of closure due to the pandemic crisis. To acquire visas, previous conditions such as nationality, salary cap, security checks will be followed. Nationals of Iraq, Pakistan, Syrian, Yemen, Iran, Afghan and North Korea are still banned from entering Kuwait, noting that some other nationalities cannot obtain commercial, work or dependency visas without consent from the Kuwaiti Interior Minister. Discover Europe Travel Summit kicked off in Dubai. Austria, Germany, Ireland and Switzerland are making a successful return to Dubai with more than 4,000 scheduled meetings taking place as part of its Discover Europe Travel Summit ahead of the top regional industry event Arabian Travel Market. The two-day summit kicked off yesterday is the perfect platform to introduce the four countries' seasonal offerings and beautiful nature before the GCC clientele. The event will bring together a delegation of 97 exhibitors from across Austria, Germany, Ireland and Switzerland for a discussion with more than 100 hosted buyers from the GCC. John Lee elected as Hong Kong's next leader. John Lee was elected as Hong Kong's next leader Sunday after winning over 99% of votes cast by an election committee. Lee received 1,416 votes in the chief executive election, far exceeding the 751 votes he needed to win. The election committee has nearly 1,500 members cast their votes in a secret ballot Sunday morning, Associated Press reported. As the only candidate in the polls, Lee was expected to win, especially since he had Beijing's endorsement in last month obtained 786 nominations from members of the election committee in support of his candidacy. Lee will replace current leader Carrie Lam on July 1st. Lam congratulated Lee in a statement and said she would submit the election results to Beijing. France's Macron inaugurated for second five-year term. President Emmanuel Macron was inaugurated for a second term on Saturday, vowing to focus on promoting France and Europe on the world stage. Macron was re-elected for 5 years on April 24th. In a runoff that saw him beat out far-right rival Marine Le Pen. The time ahead will be that the resolute action for France and for Europe, Macron said. Macron vowed to take action relentlessly with the goal, which is to be a more independent nation, to live better, to build own French and European responses to the country's challenges. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.